Hello, good morning, everyone. There's a new guy here. Yep, I was, welcome to Liberate Yourself from Chronic Pain with Stephen Simon. And, I got a new guy here talking to you today. The beard is gone. Hey, you guys like it or not? It actually doesn't look too bad, but I was just shaving and kind of went a little bit too low there, so I just took it all off. My son Ethan has been begging me for like a year, maybe even over a year, to take it off. So I guess he got his wishes. So it's early morning right now. It's about 20 after 8. My appointment was at 7:30, and I'm getting a liter of saline here. You see that? An IV fluid that's called saline. I'm getting a liter of saline into my arm here. And that's simply because I'm going to be flying. So they want to make sure that I'm hydrated before I get up into the air. And, you know, these are things that can put me into a crisis, right? So, if these are preventative measures, so that I don't get into crisis and have to get sick. Now, as I said, I'm going to be flying. So, the onus was on me to contact my doctor and say, hey, I need to get these fluids. And that's what I try to tell you guys, is that it's important, that you be your primary caregiver, because it's my health, right? It's your health. And so, the onus is on you to be responsible and take preventative measures, right? So this liter of saline that I'm getting is going to take about maybe a little over an hour to the procedure. The nurse had to poke me a couple times. She poked me here. She poked me in my elbow there. And then she had to get her assistant to try and get me in the other arm. So they can only poke you twice. If you didn't know that, they can only poke you twice. And then they have to get somebody else to poke you. Okay? If they miss. What else was I going to say to you? So, now, I mentioned I'm going to be traveling, right? I'm going to Vegas for a couple days here. But one thing I wanted to make sure you guys do, if you are traveling and you have an illness, make sure, it's absolutely critical, make sure that you get traveler's insurance, okay? You don't want, listen, I live in Canada, and to go into the States, United States of America, and end up in the hospital, number one, it's no fun. Number two, it is expensive, crazy expensive, okay? A few years ago, probably almost 10 years ago, at least, even more than that actually, but I went to, I think, North or South Carolina, and but I was traveling with a group, and I got sick, right? And on the way, just on the day that we were leaving, it's always on the day that I was leaving. I went to Spain, I got sick on the day I was leaving. Same thing here. So I went to either North or South Carolina. On the way back, on the day back, I got sick, and I had to go to the hospital in the States. and I didn't have traveler's insurance, right? Um, you know, they didn't keep me overnight. They didn't admit me, but just to go into emergency, get an IV with some painkillers. Uh, they had charged me a couple $1,000s. I don't remember how much that bill was. Maybe just about 2,000, just under 2,000, something like that. Um, but I mean, all I got was fluid, like saline. That's it, and I think some morphine. So just under $2,000. So that could have easily been avoided by getting, traveler's insurance. That probably would have cost me like no more than about $30 Canadian. No. I'm in the hospital here, and there is other people around me, so I'm trying not to talk too loud to disturb the other people. But I also want to make sure that you guys can hear me. Okay. So that's why the camera is so close to my face. um, what do you think of the new look? I just did this like an hour before coming here, like an hour ago, before even recording actually. So that's it's gonna take some time to get used to myself. But also I want to make sure that I look like my passport picture, because I believe in my passport picture I have very low facial hair, and even in my so it's actually a good thing that I kind of messed up there this morning. um, so yeah, um, you know, make sure that the onus is on you to do these things, right? The responsibility is on you. It's your health, so you want to make sure you have traveler's insurance. You want to make sure you take the preventative measures, like, you know, this is about chronic pain. Now, I have sickle cell anemia. That's my chronic pain, right? Followed by a vascular necrosis. But that's how I manage my sickle cell, right? And I know a lot of my viewers have sickle cell also. So, getting fluid before traveling to stay hydrated, and even on your trip, it's important, it's critical that you drink a lot of water. Okay? A lot of water. Um, you know, you gotta stay hydrated. Now, I'm going from a cold climate into a warm climate, a hot climate. I believe they say Vegas is hot during the day and a little bit cooler at night. So, compared to this time of year, it's January right now. We just started the new year. It's like January 6th today. And so Canada's cold right now, or relatively cold. It's hovering around 0 degrees. So, um, going into Vegas, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot warmer. But that change of temperature can affect your body too and put me into a crisis. So I also have to be careful with that too. Like, there's so many, uh, variations of things that can put me into crisis, that every little thing I have to consider. Okay, now, I mean, like temperature, going on the plane, the height, the thing, um, every little thing. I gotta make sure I'm dressed warm. I gotta make sure I drink a lot of fluids. I gotta watch what I eat. Like, there's so many things that we have to watch. Okay, and I want you to be careful and like pay attention to your health, and all these little things that matter, that make a difference to your health. We remember chronic we're dealing with chronic pain. It's not just like, you take a aspirin or a Tylenol and your pain goes away. Chronic pain does not go away. It's even when you take medication for your pain, it just lowers your pain. It's still there. It's still in your body. It just doesn't go away. I don't know. It's like living with pain 24/7. And but at what level? At what level can you take it? At what level can you manage? But these are things that determine how much pain I can go into. Just, sometimes I think we forget that, and we think that we're like normal, that we live normal lives like everybody else. But and we want to be as normal as possible, yes, but we got to remember that we are a little bit different, and we got to treat our bodies a little bit different, and keep that in mind, that every little thing matters. Every little thing we have to keep in the back of our mind, I guess, and pay attention to, and take responsibility to make sure that we're doing it, on time, consistently, and and notify our doctor or physician so that they can help us, so that they can assist us. Okay. So I'm I don't want to ramble too much, I guess, but I kind of want to make sure you guys get the point, so, so this I'm doing before I go on the plane, and I had to do it. My doctor wanted to do it as close as possible to my flight. Okay, my flight is today in a few hours, so I'm doing it on the same day as my flight. And when I return, it'll be probably the day after, but as soon as possible. Like, as soon as, let's say I get back, it's as soon as possible. Like, no more than 24 hours can go by once I get this, because I can still go into crisis, right? And so, if you're traveling, you're considering, going on vacation or whatever it is, please, if you have sickle cell, speak to your hematologist and get this done. Get this, however many liters of saline you need. Get it done. Tell them you need fluids. This is new to me. Since I've had this doctor, this is new to me. I've never known I've had to do this in all my years of traveling. I've only been doing this probably for a little over a year now, So if you have never heard of this, you have sickle cell anemia, you need to do this, okay? It's very important. So give me a like, give me a share, and subscribe to the channel. Tell somebody else. If you know someone that has sickle cell, whether you are the sickler, whether you're a parent of a sickler, whether you're a friend of a sickler, relay this information to them. Send them this video. If you just have chronic pain, whatever your chronic pain is, it could be something to consider to help you. I know not every disease is the same, and you may not have to do this, but this is something that I personally have to deal with, and I'm just sharing it with you. But you know, whether you have sickle cell or not, and you're traveling, make sure you absolutely get traveler's insurance. Okay, that's like that's as important as your passport. Okay, when you book your flight, it's as important as your passport. I'm gonna say that again. Okay, traveler's insurance. It's cheap. I don't know. Um, you know what? It doesn't even matter how much it costs because traveler's insurance will always be cheaper than if you in the event that you get sick and you get a bill from the hospital. Put it that way. Okay, I don't care. It could cost $200. I'm gonna get that traveler's insurance versus a $2,000 bill. And I've experienced that. I told you the story. I've experienced that personally, you know. So, um, you know, you guys really consider what I'm mentioning you. I'm telling you from experience. Okay, so thank you for watching. Have a great day. And by the way, I'm not a gambler, so I won't be in the casino or anything like that. It's more Vegas is like this trip here is more of a networking. You know, I'm gonna go meet some associates that you know, a bunch of other YouTubers, you know, people that do online marketing. So that's what really this trip is all about. So I'm not a gambler. I don't. I'm not going to the strip club to make it rain. Okay, I'm going to learn about. We'll meet with other YouTubers and other internet marketers. Okay, so um, you know, hopefully I think about something and I'll give you another. I'll do a video from Vegas, let you know how the weather is and how my body's reacting to that. How about that? Okay. So keep watching, stay tuned, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay. Subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications of when I release a video. All right. Okay. Talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.